So like this would be about the biggest piece will burn in there.
When at the height of the fire?
Actually at the start. So the other thing is you don't light this like you would a normal fire. You build a large piece to small and then you light it and it burns top down like a candle. Because this stuff can't absorb.
Really nice.
That's a shim shingle. Hang on, sweetie. You can only absorb so much heat into the thermal mass at once, so if you have a big roaring fire, most of it goes out the chimney. So you'd rather have a longer burning, smaller fire so that all that heat can soak into your 350 pounds of clay sand thermal mass.
Oh yeah.
Very nice.
Manly.
You do that for school or just for fun?
We're going to start the fire under the chimney so we get it going quickly. But then when it's hot, or if the dome is already hot, we want to push it in the back. So this thing is kind of a, not quite a, excuse me, not quite a parabola, but it is curved. So the idea is that, edit that out. So this thing's not a parabola, but it's dome-shaped and it's curved and wraps around. So the idea is the fire burns at the bottom, and the flames and the exhaust have to come all the way up to the top of the dome and then down and backing up and out the chimney. So the flame should be licking over the whole surface of the dome, and hopefully you're getting more of your heat from the fuel in the oven as opposed to out the chimney. So we're going to start, and we want to get enough air in here. So you start with your largest pieces on the bottom. So they're a little smaller than I normally use.
Okay.
But I think we're going to be good to go here. So the idea is here is I'm laying them crosswise, so there's plenty of airspace.
Another resident.
Yeah, good.
Chickens! Because his family brought in a karaoke machine and he's singing Taylor Swift.
Now,
okay,
we're going to put the firing door on, okay? And this area cut out is equal to the cross-sectional area of the chimney. And this little tab is going to ride up in there and try and coax everything to go up there. So right now it's pretty smoky. This works the way it's supposed to.
Okay, that tab fits into the smokestack there.
Smokestack there, and this brick is cut at an angle. And so is the other one. So the bricks are like this. And my plan was to sort of make a funnel rather than a sharp hole. I should have angled the side bricks, I didn't. But now you can see that we're not getting a whole lot of smoke.
Already?
And I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but you can see this recirculation. So the angle and the shape of this, as the flame and the smoke rolls around, it's going to come down the firing door. It's pulling in cold air. The smoke should be blending with the cold air. You can see the ashes sort of recirculating, and it should be giving you a cleaner burn. You should be mixing some of your smoke, which is unburnt fuel, with the clean air and sucking it back into the fire. So if you keep your fire fairly small in there, and you've got this constant flow of air, you should be burning your exhaust at least partially before it comes out the chimney.
Making clean smoke.
Clean smoke, not... Yeah, or I mean, if it was really clean, it would just be CO2 and water coming out there. Right? But, I mean, it's warm already, and you really don't see much smoke. So the thing, see, you can see the big cracks there. So everything is got to expand. So you're going to get cracks. You don't see them when the oven's cool.
Right.
They shrink back down.
Where's the crack?
All the way look down and up a little bit.
You gotta go down. So see it up there?
Now,
not really. But
now you notice the other thing is the walls of the dome are sooty, but the top isn't.
Yeah,
so once the surface gets to about 650, 700 degrees, soot just burns. Okay, so our sides aren't as hot as the top yet. So part of this whole process is store a bunch of thermal energy, and then you let it all equalize before you start baking on it. But we're going to do pizza, so we want the bricks to be about 750 degrees, 800 degrees, and we will cook a pizza in under 2 minutes.
Whoa!
You just put everything, all your toppings on, put it in. You don't even have to shut the door or anything. About a minute 45 seconds, you're taking it out, and it is done to perfection. If anything, it's burnt.
Did you wait too long?
So, what I was telling Jim before, we haven't been able to actually have the live fire, which is nice because it broils the top while the hearth is cooking the bottom of the dough, because I've only had the softwood with a lot of pitch in it. So you put a piece of that and it's actually burning in there to create that broiling effect. It's hitting pitch pockets and spitting ashes and chunks of embers all over your pizza, which is not tasty. So we're going to try live firing with this hardwood you brought. Is this cherry?
Cherry, yeah.
So, like one of the first nights we fired this up, we made flatbread and then we baked some chocolate chip cookies. And we don't have a cookie sheet that can fit through there. I didn't really want to do it on aluminum, so we ended up using parchment paper. So we laid parchment paper out on the pizza peel and put the cookies on there, and it worked pretty good. They got a little more done than they could have, and getting them out was hard because the parchment paper disintegrated. It's like you pull on it, just crumble, and then catch fire. You need a little help getting the cheese cut up.
Do you want me to do that now? I'm grating it, right?
Yeah.
Not cutting it.
You like your
grating,
cousins?
I'll go do that right now.
Yeah, look at all that tape.
So you brought it forward because
all the heat has been in the back so that we could roll over the top of the dome, but I want to make sure the hearth in the front is up to temperature. So just before we scoop these all out, I'm going to bring it forward a little bit, let that soak in. We got our two bigger pieces of hardwood on the sides.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try having, what you can do is put one piece in the back. But I don't like getting the pizza so far back, so I think we're going to try one on either side and we'll see how it works.
Oh,
Okay.
interesting. Okay.
I didn't make a round oven. I deviated from the plans in the book and I made sort of an oblong oval oven. So our pizza on the pizza peel is the same thing. It's longer than it is wide. So
So you put a piece on each side?
yeah.
And this
And we'll let those burn down. We'll scrape those coals out.
you deviated from the plans.
I like the oval. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
One more.
Well, you can't just copy something out of a book. Exactly. You got to improvise. So we'll see. And we'll put this little guy in there once those coals are out of the way. Getting the ashes out of where we're going to cook.
Like
Just gotta
shredded
up old Aikido meat.
and
So just you gotta make sure it's just cotton and no synthetics, obviously. So it wants to melt. Does a couple things. It gets the ashes out, and it also cools off the hearth a little bit.
She was.
So you're going to put the pizza dough right on that?
Boom! Right on that. About
Okay.
800 degrees.
800 degrees.
And it's
Okay.
gonna cook fast. So. Kids are first up. All right, kids, let's make a pizza.
Go make a pizza.
They don't provide any service whatsoever.
Absolutely not. They're just there to make money.
Does he spank you with that?
No.
It's a dual purpose.
All right, good. Let's see it go in there.
And all of us. I got 5 shapes on.
Oh, nice.
Okay. About 2 minutes while I roll the mixer. Really fast. So what we're going to do here is we're going to rotate it around. Attempt to rotate it around. Burn it up.
Oh,
There we
nice.
go. I'm going to put this one back
Another second or two.
in for just a minute, just to let Chloe's side finish up.
Oh, yeah, look
Be
at
good.
that. Cheese is all melted on there.
Boy, it gets brown quickly, doesn't it?
Yeah, 2 minutes.
Yeah.
For the pizza peel, I wanted some of these that would fit the oven. And the ones you can buy usually fairly cheaply in the store, one, they're softwood, and they're too wide to fit in here. They're more for a normal conventional or convection oven. So I just got some 1/4-inch thick poplar at Home Depot. They're really inexpensive. Cut it in half, glued it, and then made a handle out of 1x2 poplar.
Let me get a little closer here.
Yeah, so it's all hardwood, and this
And
whole
then
thing
sanded that
it down with a hand sander. Little boo-boo there, we'll cover that up. But the whole thing was maybe $6 worth of wood, and an hour's worth of time, as
Yeah.
opposed to $25 for a piece of softwood that won't fit.
Hope I didn't go
Nice.
too big.
Yeah,
No, it looks
can
good.
work.
All right, good.
Jim, let me see what you got
Oh,
here.
looks
I got
nice.
everything.
Oh, very nice.
Well, mostly everything.
All right, you're good to go.
All right.
So
Just
just put it where
why
you
don't you show
put
me
it
how
where.
to do it?
Okay.
After 2 letters.
Put it where you want it? angle it up a little bit and go. And oh, we lost a couple of toppings.
Oh no.
I need to put more cornmeal on the next one. It's all right. They'll just turn to charcoal in a second. Anyway, so you monitor.
Like that.
Like this up here. Green on your nose.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
Let's
Oh,
see
you eat
what-
that whole mushroom.
Let's see what I get.
It's good.
Let's see what I get.
Boo.
Water.